YouTube? Welcome back everyone, this is Lee, and yes, today we'll be talking about the accessories for your Sony A7R camera. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably laughing at me because the Sony A7R is actually a 7-year-old camera. Yes, this is a 7-year-old camera, but some of these accessories on this video will definitely apply to your current Sony A7 full frame camera. So, without further ado, let's begin. Now, the first thing that I bought for my camera is a screen protector. Now here's the screen protector, and already I noticed that my screen right now, I don't know if you guys can see it, it has tons of fingerprints and dust on it. And so this kit right here has a few accessories that allows me to actually clean the surface before I apply my screen protector. Now, let me see. Wet wipes. Yes, see, you need to do your wet wipes first now. So what you gotta do now is wipe it down, baby. And once that screen is wiped down, you could toss that away. And here it comes, guys. You take one of these suckers right here. It's basically a lens cloth. You take the lens cloth and you just wipe down the surface. Now there is nothing but clean screen right there. You can now apply the screen protector. Now, I'm going to apply my screen protector on as so. 1 second, I see some weirdness going on here. Okay, there we go. Now this screen protector is nothing but glass here. There we go, and that's it. All right, now I got my screen protector all installed and everything is looking pretty good. And also most screen protectors, you do get 2 pieces just for backup, of course. Now, the next item that I got for my Sony A7R is the battery. Now, and most people that know Sony, this battery right here, the FW50, is a really common used battery in the Sony mirrorless lineup. Now, they did start changing this battery to a bigger battery. I think it's called the FZ100, and they use that on the Sony A7R IV and the Sony A7 III. So this battery right here, the FW50, will be used on most of your APS-C A6000 cameras and most of your Sony A7R1, your Sony A7R2, and also your Sony A7s. So you get the idea. Most of the newer cameras will use the FZ100, and this camera right here, the old Sony A7R, of course, this is the first generation mirrorless system. They use the FW50 battery, and as we know, it does not last long. So I went online and I saw this new company right here. It's called Vemico. I guess that's how you pronounce it, Vemico. And I really like this company just because it comes with a pouch for your batteries. And also, look at this, guys. Look at this. I really enjoy this color coordination right here. An orange Sony battery for your Sony Alpha camera, because it's definitely going to match, of course. And for people like me that has so many different camera systems, I have way too many batteries to keep track of. And also, this company gives you 2 batteries and the charger right here. And let me show you what it does. So here's an external battery, and I'm going to show you why I like this Vemico battery over the Sony battery that comes with your camera. Now, not only I love the colorway, of course, I love that this battery charger right here has a battery meter. Let me show you guys. And as you can see, there is a battery meter right here. It tells you how low or how full your battery is. So that is a great thing to have for a battery charger. Now, let me show you guys what the OEM Sony gives you, of course. And most camera companies do this, of course. Plug it in, and the battery on this is about 30% left. And let me show you, of course, most people already know this. All you get is an orange indicator. That is it. This orange indicator just tells you that it's charging. It doesn't tell you how low or full your battery is. And this is why I really prefer the Vemico battery over the Sony battery, because at least this allows me to know how much power I have left. And also the clever orange colorway that matches the Sony logo. That's just something that, you know, I don't know why Sony didn't do this earlier, but there you go. Now the next item on the list that I bought for my Sony is a remote control. Now, this is the most common remote control that everyone buys for your Sony cameras, and let me show you how it works. I actually never used this before, so let's just see how difficult it is to set up. And of course, once you take your control out the package, you see this plastic right here. This is just to save the battery, of course. You pull the plastic out. Now your camera remote control is currently working. So you turn on your camera. So now the camera is on. I'm going to try to hit the switch. Now the switch is not working and everyone's panicking, and there's no dial to indicate this remote control. So I'll just go to my settings. Gotta be a setting here somewhere. Yeah, right here. Now there's a toolbox right here. As you can see, the remote control is on off by default. You just want to turn it on. And once you turn it on, it should just work. 2 minutes. It only took 2 minutes to do that. Simple. Usually I take the battery out just because I know that the battery is going to drain out over time. I'm just that paranoid. Now, the next item that I bought for my A7R is a silicone case. Now, they do make this for all the Sony bodies out there. Just make sure when you're searching for your silicone case, you do put the actual model number so you don't get the wrong version, because Sony did change the body after the 7R. They actually made it much more bulkier, of course. So this is actually a much more thinner camera than the Sony A7R II, I believe. And so, plug this open. Ooh. Usually you want to take off your lens when you're doing this. Voila, there you go. Now, why buy a gel cover for your Sony A7R? Essentially, when I'm using my camera, I will definitely scratch up the camera over time, of course. Accidents do happen, so having a gel will definitely cover most of the camera. And also, if you are planning to resell your camera, definitely having a camera that's unscratched will have more higher value than a camera that's been scratched. Now, the next accessory that I bought for my Sony A7R is adapters. Now, currently I have the K-mount, the Pentax K-mount on my Sony A7R. And of course, this is a 50mm 1.4. I also have the Canon 50mm 1.4 right here. And let me attach it as so. Now I have a Canon lens on a Sony body right here. This camera also has focus peaking. So this is a great compact 36 megapixels camera. And also I have a Nikon version. This is a 50mm 1.4. The adapters on it. I'm using the Fotasy adapters, and they work really well. This is a 50mm 1.4. This is a Canon 50mm 1.4. And this is a Pentax 50mm 1.4. And if you guys want to go really old school, I do have the M42 mounts, of course. Now here is the M42 mount. Now this is a heel lens on this mount. And if you guys want, you could definitely apply your Super Takumar as well. So that is something that the mirrorless system will allow you to do, which is play with a lot of manual lenses, and this is something that interested me. And this is the reason why people buy adapters for their Sony, so you could use any manual lenses, even the contemporary ones. I do have a Rokinon, 1 second. Now here's my Rokinon right here. And essentially, I have a K-mount adapter because this lens right here, this is a K-mount fisheye for my Pentax, and I could definitely take this out, plug this baby in, and now I have a Sony fisheye lens, which is a K-mount lens, but it still works regardless because it has adapter, and this is just a manual lens. So there's no electronics going through at all. So this is pretty cool to have. So definitely buy the adapters for your, whatever lens you're planning to pick up. And also the 85mm Pentax glass right here on a Sony body. And there you have it. Buying an adapter is pretty fun, actually. Now the next accessory that I bought for my A7R is this Peak Design cover for the camera. Now, this is a rain cover, and for all those people out there, your Sony is not weather resistant now. You will get dust in here. If it rains, this camera will get damaged. So buying something like this would definitely help out the situation. And let me show you guys. Now, already you'll say, wow, it's too, the front is too long. The lens is right here, right? So all you have to do is pull it back, as so. And then you pull this string right here. Now, as you just saw, I was able to pull the cover back and tighten up the cover onto the lens. And now the cover and the lens are kind of coordinated together. And also, if you look at the back part, I was able to cover most of the back of the camera with the string right here as well, and you can still see the screen. So having a cover like this for your Sony camera is a must if you're shooting in bad weather. And also one last thing, this cover right here has these holes for your Peak Design strap. So if you do have a Peak Design strap, it'll definitely fit through these holes. Now for those people that are really in a budget and you need a cover for your camera and you cannot spend that much, here is a solution for you guys. Now, as you can see, this is, yes, those people that know this thing right here, you guys know that this is a lifesaver. Now, what this does is basically when I go walk my dog, it takes his number 2. You know, I also use this not only to pick up his number 2, but I also use this just in case it does rain and my camera does not have any weather resistance. And let me show you how it works. Now, all you gotta do is take one bag out, as so. Really simple. And open it up. And this is a huge lifesaver. And all you have to do is essentially make a small hole, not a big hole, just a small little hole. Put in your camera. And there you have it. You have a weather resistant camera right here. And just roll it up. Now I know this looks kind of weird because you have a dog poo bag around a Sony camera and you guys are probably laughing right now, but in reality, if it does rain, you may need this if you did not buy this or bring this along. Just buy one of this, put in your camera bag. If it does rain, dog poo bag to the rescue, guys. And last but not least, the camera strap by Peak Design. And here we go. And there you have it. So the reason why I like the Peak Design strap is because it allows me to attach it to this strap right here really quick. And there you go. And you are done. And that is it. That is the strap. So this is why I like the Peak Design strap. It's really easy for me to unbuckle it as well. And there you go. And yeah, that is all the accessories that I bought for my Sony A7R. And I'm definitely leave the links down below. And yeah, thank you guys for checking me back. And I'll see you guys in the next one, all right? Take it easy. Peace.